building system for ARK 2. Small tribe servers for Switch. And did Snail Games just leak a second ARK Survival Ascended DLC? You're right, kids, it's Raasclark, and welcome to your regular ARK community news. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share around, and let's get into it. So, the Community Crunch just dropped, revealing some new ARK 2 artwork, where this time we actually get a first look at the wood building system. As the devs say, showcase your architectural prowess in a whole new light. This preview of the wooden tier set offers a glimpse into a collection of actual player builds, showcasing just a few of the myriad ways you can put your creativity to the test in ARK 2's new building system. With a selection of different ways to build with these new structures and a few reveals of actual craftable items on the left, from foundation, wall, door frame, pillar, door, slope and railings, enabling you free reign on how exactly you put these together. What's most noticeable about this is the pillar. You can see on each individual build that the pillars are positioned in an assortment of different angles, from 45 degrees to 90 degrees to whatever those degrees are, which begs the question how snap points will actually work with ARK 2. I certainly love the build style. We can see here a very clear nod to the primitive apparent gameplay we're going to have of ARK 2, with even flags being able to be put in. And are they painted or are they actual just pre-made flags? Colours seems to be a thing again. You can re-dye your structures a variety of different ways, all very bamboo log looking. Well, you know, it is wood, but apparently these structures have actually been built in the game. In a question to lead community manager said, where I was asking, did your comments mean influenced by real life, he meant no, they were actually built in-game with the engine by GG Fizz, who was recently hired, who builds a lot of the set pieces for the trailers you see for ARK, meaning there is an apparent in-game look of this out there right now. So why didn't you just show that? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. The devs are very clear that we're not going to see anything on ARK 2 this year. It's only going to be next year. We're going to see something in-game. But it's crazy to think that this does already exist in the game, and yet we're seeing a reimagined in artwork form of what's already been built. It doesn't make sense to me. But what's very cool to see is the dinosaurs. That's right, people. The Anki, we've seen that teased before in concept form. PTs, we've seen those in trailers too. Brachiosaurus again as well. Stego, but what is that thing sitting there? A lot of you are thinking this must be a parasaur. And it could quite be a parasaur nevertheless. What's cool to see is their sitting animations, and if this is something we're going to see in the actual game. Creatures able to sit down when told to and not look like coiled springs ready for action. As well as that, you've got another Evo event on officials until Monday the 22nd, from 2 times XP all the way up to 5 times on Conquest. And ARK and beginner servers have just been wiped. So if you want to play those, I've had a bit of fun on ARK recently myself. Get involved now quickly before it gets a bit too chaotic. Snail Games, the beloved publisher behind ARK Survival Evolved, recently had a earnings conference call where they went into a lot of detail regarding ARK earnings, their excitement towards ARK Survival Ascended, and acknowledging that perhaps fans aren't that happy, though still thinking that maybe enough are, and comparing the price point to games like Uncharted that had a remaster in recent times. And well, they went into something else when questioned about the future of ARK. Credit to GP, by the way, who I believe first sourced this and certainly did their own video on that. I'll leave a link to GP's channel in the description below. But to the tail end of their conference call, they revealed this.
The ARK 2 has been delayed actually in now, maybe now to ARK 2. there's several other DLC being in the pipeline. The Ascended is one of them, and Ascended starting with Unreal 5, and then the coming more DLC. 1 or 2 DLC that's in pipeline will be released before the ARK 2.
1 or 2 DLCs coming to ARK Survival Ascended. That's right, folks. Though they did say 1 or 2, so this second one very up in the air by my guess. I'm thinking perhaps they're going to see how the new ARK Survival Evolved Unreal 5 Remaster performs with consumers, and perhaps they may continue to develop and release another map. Whilst we all have theories on the very first exclusive DLC that comes to ARK Survival Ascended being set on Extinction on the opposite side of the Earth at a place called Arat Prime, which Neddy the Noodle goes into heavy detail to explain himself. I'll leave a link to this in the description. Please go watch it because the dude knows his lore, which I'm very excited to see. If that is the case, where on earth could this second one be set? Or is it even going to happen? I think not even Snell really knows themselves. I think they're hoping to do a second one, perhaps simply based off if ASA is a success. Nintendo Switch players, a small tribe server cluster is coming to you very, very soon, and it seems you're super excited about it, with a number of servers available to play in the imminent future. Well, on May the 24th at 12 PM EDT, you'll be getting tribe size limit of 6 players, no alliances, and 2.5 times harvesting taming experience and 2 times breeding. Super cool to see. Everybody loves a bit of small tribe, so Switch players, you've got that too. Hope you fare well if you are planning to play it. And some incredibly sad news hit us this week. A well-known modder by the name of Hulk sadly passed away quite recently. If you don't know Hulk, I'm sure you may have at least seen his mods being used by content creators or somebody else out there. In fact, I use one in particular, HG plus resource pulling. I think it's a great mod if you want a simplified version of just moving resources from structure to structure without having to carry them by hand. But there's a wealth here that Hulk's done over the years that a lot of people have used. Hulk is certainly renowned within the community, and it's just a real shame to hear about this sad news. In fact, it seemed like Hulk was having some serious issues behind the scenes and was looking for aid by the community, and in a way tried to create a strategy to help people to fund their medical bills, I believe. And sadly, this was met to a incredibly poor response by the community. A lot of people were angry that some mods were being taken down by Hulk, and it's just a shame that it had to end on this note for such a integral dude to the community. I really hope that this wasn't his final thoughts on the ARK community. And it is super sad to think that Hulk might have passed away thinking that there were so many people that didn't support him. I really hope that he knows that there's a huge amount of people out there that really respects what Hulk has done for the community. And I would suggest go and maybe support this PayPal to help, I'm guessing maybe support their funeral costs. Nothing else has been mentioned outside of what we know that was passed through Tia third hand. So I don't know what family Hulk has and if they have access to this PayPal. And if there is anyone out there that does personally know Hulk, please reach out, and I will certainly pass it on to everybody else, because it's people like this Hulk that really help the longevity and creativity of ARK, and you will be missed, mate. If you're looking down, I really hope you're hearing this, dude. Big love. And there we go, people. That's your news for today. Are you excited for the ARK 2 structures? And hopefully we'll get to see some more of them. What reveals for ASA will we get next week? Could be a rock. We'll cross our fingers for that one. Until the next one, my name's Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, peace out.